Guys, good evening. Can everybody listen to me? All right, thank you, guys, because I was a little bit concerned. Okay, so I'm gonna just let the video go again. Okay, and pay attention.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Claire. How's it going? How are you enjoying college life?
Well, it's all so new right now. There's so much to take in.
Haha, I remember my first semester. I felt the same. How about your classes?
Well, as you can imagine, there's a lot of work already.
I bet. So what do you study?
My major is English, but I also study American history.
That's great. Are you enjoying the classes?
Yes, I enjoy most of them.
Have you had time to make many friends yet?
Yes, a lot actually. That's the best thing. There are so many clubs you can join to meet people. So far, I joined the women's soccer team, the debate team, and the theater club.
Wow, that's a lot. Don't get exhausted.
I won't. Don't worry about me.
Where do you live now that you're in college?
I live in the dormitory. It's quite close to the campus. It's about a 5-minute walk, so it's very convenient.
Do you like living there?
Not really, because there are so many of us packed into such a small space that you do not get a sense of privacy at all. I share a room with 3 other girls, and there is always someone near you. You are never alone. If you grow up with your own room, it's very difficult to move into the dorms and to have to share a small room. It's hard not to have your personal private space anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine. Can you ever study?
Yes, I actually go to the library study room to read and do my assignments.
Do you study a lot?
I do, especially before tests.
How many hours?
It depends on the class. If it's difficult, I study about 6 hours a day.
What about food? What do you eat for food? Do you have a kitchen? Do you cook?
Are you kidding? No, we have a cafeteria. The food is pretty good and cheap.
How about your laundry? How do you wash your clothes?
We have laundry machines every other floor in the dorm building.
And what do you do for fun?
Sometimes we'll literally relax in someone's room and just talk. Other times we take the subway downtown and visit museums or go to restaurants when we have money. Or we go to the movie theater or to the park.
Do you party a lot?
No, I'm not a huge fan of parties. I rarely go to parties for the simple fact that most of the parties I attended, I realized it was better off not going.
Hello? Hi, Grace. This is Nora. Have you completed a class project?
Yeah, I finished it yesterday. How about you?
No, not yet. I'm having a hard time with the conclusion of my report.
Do you need any help?
Maybe just a little. Do you have time tonight?
No, I'm sorry. Tonight we are having guests over for dinner, so it's not possible.
Okay, no problem.
How about tomorrow night? Is that okay?
Yes, sure. It's perfect. Can you come to my place, or would you rather have me come over to your house?
I prefer to come to your house. My brother is expecting company tomorrow, and they'll surely be noisy.
Oh, man.
Okay, then let's meet at my house.
Sounds good. What time should I come over?
How about 5 p.m.? I can make some delicious pancakes.
Sounds great. I love pancakes. I will be there tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Wonderful. See you tomorrow night.
Hey, Kathy, why do you look so down? Oh, hi, Laura. I just got my report card. Is it that bad? I was hoping to get a good grade in math class, but I didn't. That's a hard class. I know. I did well in all of my other classes, but that one. You should think about the good grades you received. Don't worry about one class. I know, but I worked very hard, so I've been hoping to get a good grade. This is discouraging to me. I always struggle with math despite putting in tons of effort to understand the concepts and time to practice. You can't excel in all classes. You're extremely talented in something else, like English, biology, drama. Yeah, you make a point. Thanks for your encouragement. Maybe I'll hire a private math tutor to increase my math grades. How did you do? I did well. I was most worried about science. How did you do in your science class? Better than I expected, but not a perfect grade. How about math? I did okay. What does okay mean? I got a B+. I'm happy for you, but I'm sad for myself again.
Your essay's good, but I think it would be better if you cut out this paragraph here. Also, it'd be a good idea to add a paragraph summing up your main point at the end. This paragraph here is a bit strong. Why not tone it down a bit? And your point about pollution appears in several places. Why not deal with it in just one paragraph? And you only touch on the issue of climate change. Surely that deserves a bit more space? In fact, I really think you should try to set the whole thing out better. Why don't you just write it then, Dad? Hey, Danielle. How did your American literature test go yesterday?
It was awful. I totally flunked it. Those questions about Betty Smith were very difficult.
Really? I loved all her books. Did you study for the test?
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to study for it.
Did you take notes during class?
No, I didn't take any notes because the professor talked too fast. I couldn't keep up with him.
And you missed a lot of classes, right?
That's because the class started too early in the morning and I just couldn't make it.
Did you read the books and did you do the assignments?
No.
No wonder you flunked the test.
Oh, stop putting me on the spot. What about you? How did you do on the test?
I did pretty well because I studied hard for the test. I went to every class, took notes, did the assignments, and read the books.
Well, good for you.
You better hit the books if you want to pass this course. I can help you if you want to.
Really? That's very nice of you.
Have you seen the new student? Yes, he's in my science class. He's really good looking. Oh, then you must be happy to study with him. I envy you. Frankly, I don't want to be his partner for any of the experiments. I didn't know you were so shy. It's not that. People who are good looking usually aren't very smart, and I'm sure that applies to him too. I bet he has no interest in schoolwork. He seems to be the kind of guy who is obsessed with his looks and takes a lot of selfies. That's ridiculous. How come you can tell about a person just by appearance? Don't you know you should never judge a book by its cover? From my experience, it's mostly true. Well, I heard he was a class president at his last school. What?
Hey, Larry, did you hear what happened in my science class today? No, what happened, Mike? Someone got caught cheating on the test. Let me guess. It was David again? Exactly. He really has the guts. That was already the third time he did it. He really can't learn his lesson, can he? That's right. He is totally irresponsible. How did he cheat this time? He wrote some things on his hand, and Mrs. Miller saw it. What did she do when she saw him? She sent him to the principal's office. David's parents were called to school immediately. They were really angry with him. I wouldn't want to be in David's shoes right now. He had it coming. Do you think they're going to suspend him from school? They might, since this is the third time he did it. I feel bad for his parents. How nice of you to grace us with your presence. Sorry, Professor, traffic was bad. Then I suggest you consider leaving home a little earlier in future. My class starts at 10:30. I expect that yours should too. Sorry, it won't happen again. I should hope not. As I was saying, class, I have graded last week's assignments. Before I hand them out, let me say that some of you have done remarkably well, while others have performed almost unacceptably poorly. I'd like to remind you that these assignments count towards your final grade for the semester. You will do well to keep this in mind before next week's assignment. Here is your assignment, Anthony. Please see me once the class is dismissed. Have a seat. Is everything all right? Yes. Why? Well, at the beginning of the year, you were among the top 5 students in my class. Since then, your grades have been dropping steadily and you regularly miss my classes. Forgive my intrusion, but I always take a personal interest in very good students that show great promise. What caused this sudden change in performance? Are you going through anything at home, perhaps, that you'd like to speak about? Everything's fine at home, Professor. I'll try to raise my grades back up. Are there any reasons at all contributing to the sharp downturn in your grades? Traveling isn't easy. I have to take 2 buses a day to get to campus and back. It's very tiring. I sympathize with you. I really do. Still, there are other students who come from longer distances and attend all my classes. If they can make this effort, I'm sure you can too. I promise to study harder from now on and attend all your classes. I see a lot of potential in you. I still consider you to be one of my best students. Don't make me regret my opinion.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our
Guys, good evening. Can you see this video? Can you imagine what's coming up? Yes, it's everything about school, okay? Or maybe university, if maybe you are attending classes there. So this is exactly what we are gonna be learning in the coming days, is everything related to the place where we go to study and learn things. School, the university, or a virtual class maybe like this one. All right, so guys, I'm gonna tell you welcome. As usual, teacher is extremely happy to see you also punctual in our classes. Guys, I'm gonna start showing you several things tonight. All right, so maybe we are gonna have few different presentations, which I imagine you're gonna find extremely interesting. Okay, I expect all of you to be happy with it, and please be very careful with all the vocabulary that you can find in this lesson. I imagine lots of the words that you're gonna find here today, they are gonna be very interesting for all of you. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start sharing the screen so that all of you can see what we are gonna be doing. All right, so the idea is we are gonna be learning everything related to our school. Okay, so the idea is all about your school. I mean, when I say all about, it's all the information, places, people, everything related to it. All right, so welcome, guys. And please, from now on, open your eyes and ears wide open because we are going to start learning new things now. All right, so the idea, guys, is we are going to be learning vocabulary related to the place where we spend lots of time trying to collect knowledge. Okay, so we are very excited just to be. What is the name of our school? Tonight is Colombo Bilingual. All right, the name of your teacher depends on, sometimes you've got classes with me, and some other time your teacher is Christus. All right, so the idea, guys, is just get started. What is something that is very related when we talk about schools? Okay, I imagine is that we need to wear a uniform. All right, when I say wear a uniform, is because it's necessary. Sometimes we gotta wear a tie. All right, so I'm gonna start with the vocabulary because I think that is one of our main purposes being here. So let me just a second. I'm gonna open it up. And we are going to start seriously, guys, collecting the vocabulary related to school because I imagine most of you want to learn it. Okay, guys, so welcome back. It's our first assignment, but you said is to wear a uniform. Okay, very good. So to wear a uniform is something that sometimes is like a requirement. If you want to go to some schools, it's necessary, it's very important, and it's not optional. You have to wear a uniform. Sometimes it's so elegant that you need to wear like a tie, you know? Yeah, that may you look smart, you know? Very good. So let's go. You know, when it's private, very elegant, sometimes you need tie. That may you look well. All right, or a jumper, especially when it's very cold or in cold days, students can wear this and it's like an extra outfit that you can use, okay? It's very common, especially in many schools. All right, very good. Okay, so what is something that a student's got inside their or his or her bag? What is something that students carry in it? Okay, so let's see some of the things that maybe we are gonna find in any student school bag. Okay, what is something that you will need to bring to school? Okay, obviously some of your school supplies. Okay, so let's see some of them. Okay, sometimes you need a reading book. Okay, for your lecture. Okay, teacher maybe say you need to read chapter number 1, chapter number 2, you know, and reading books are important. Another thing is pencils, pens. Okay, if you want to take notes, how you're gonna take note if you don't have pen? That is crazy, or pencil, so it's necessary. Or maybe if you're gonna draw in artistic class, okay, so maybe a pen could be useful. All right, what is another thing? Playtime snack. All right, sometimes you have like a break and you take advantage to eat your snack, especially at playtime. Playtime is like 20 or 30 minutes that students got to socialize, maybe at the backyard. Okay, very good. Let's go on. Water bottle. And you know what scientists think about the process of learning? They say your brain get no good hydration. And something that is good, if you are studying, keep drinking water. That way you're gonna keep your brain hydrated, and maybe this way you're gonna learn easier and easily. Okay, good. Another homework. Obviously, you need like the notebook where you're gonna show sometimes teacher that you have been doing your task. You know, obviously lazy students never do anything, but if you are one of those good students, I mean responsible, yes, you're gonna all the time present your homework, and this way you're gonna get a good grade. Okay, so it's necessary. Another thing, okay, pick it. Okay, it's like informal outfit that sometimes you go, if maybe you're going to the gym or you're gonna do any activity activity outdoor activity. Okay, so maybe you're gonna need like a proper outfit. Okay, this is something that some students got. Sometimes you go to the bathroom, okay, you change your clothes and you're ready, okay, maybe to play soccer or do any recreational activity, especially if they're done outdoor. Okay, very good. Guys, the classroom is where very fast. What do I mean? I mean a virtual education, especially because problems of time or transportation, or simply because maybe in the place where you are, there are no courses that maybe are convenient for you. All right, so that is why, for example, if you ask me, my master degree is online. Okay, so it's something very common, especially for me nowadays. All right, so what can you see inside a classroom? Chairs, the board, teacher, the dustbin, different things, okay? Let's go and check up some of them. Okay, there are books and reading area where you can enjoy reading good books. Okay, I imagine if you are at school, at university, there should be a place where students got access to books, to reference books that they can use just to get information, clear out doubts, or simply because they need to extract information that is required by the teacher in some special assignments that maybe you've got in your class. All right, very good. Let's talk about a school day. Okay, and a school day is defined by the bell. Okay, everybody is waiting for the bell to ring, okay, just to go to the cafeteria, horsing around with your classmates. Okay, so the bell will ring to show that the day is started, and this is a way that teacher or director or principal or everybody in charge of school say, welcome students, welcome to our school day. Okay, so the bell is something that all the time we associate it to a school, because when a class is gonna start, you will listen the bell ringing, especially when you're gonna go to the cafeteria or maybe it's the break time. Okay, very good. Let's go on. That is normal in our school day. Another is the register. All right, sometimes a teacher is gonna check out if everybody actually is there. Sometimes we do it calling attendance. Sometimes teacher make sure, depend on the number of students as well. Okay, especially when education is private. You don't see many students in a class. When we talk about public education, it's totally different, because you can see 40 students and sometimes more inside a classroom. That is, very difficult for teachers to deal with, I imagine, because of the number. Okay, so there is that. Okay, learning time. Okay, when you are at school, there are lots of different moments when you are all the time learning, or you are taking notes, or maybe teachers got like a dictation, or maybe you writing down like a report. This can be done by yourself. Sometimes different activities are in isolation. I mean, you can do them with more people. Sometimes it's like collective. I mean, you can work in groups or at least in couples, 2 people, okay, which is good. Okay, so learning time is very important. Play time, of course. When we talk about education, this is very important, is the moment to socialize to others. And this is so important, guys, that make part of the process of learning. It's important. It's not optional. You know, it's crazy, but it's true. Okay, playtime. Everybody want to play time. Okay, again, after the break, again, students gotta go in the classroom, okay, concentrated. Obviously, there are different classes, you know, so students maybe throughout a day, they got like what, 6 or sometimes 7 different subjects. You know, it's lots of information, but students got notebooks and they are reading and taking notes just to learn. Okay, let's go on. Lunchtime, right? Lunchtime, okay, this doesn't look like a lunchtime because in Colombia, a lunchtime is different. In Colombia, you've got a sancocho or you've got a bandeja paisa. You've got a square meal. All right, not like this. American people, guys, don't eat nothing similar to Colombians because in Colombia, we have a complete full square meal. No, they just eat a portion of pizza or maybe a burger or maybe an apple or something else, and that is the lunch. In Colombia, you're gonna think this is unacceptable, you know, and you're gonna just open your eyes and say, this is my lunch. Yes. In Colombia, we are used to eat a lot. Okay, big quantities, huge portions. Yes, we are greedy people, guys. All right, I'm gonna show you more. Learning. Sometimes when we talk about education, we're gonna find that some ludic activities are very important, especially the ones that are done or made by doing different games. Sometimes music or drawing or dancing, all these kind of activities made part of our education. If you are in a good school, okay, a good school gotta assure you that you're gonna have all these kind of activities just to have like a whole good education. All right, so learning time, just finally, thank God, it's time to go home. Okay, so school time is over. You know, you've got a lot of plenty of homeworks to do for the rest of the day. Hey, but now it's time to go home and just relax a little bit. You know, I say relax, but sometimes it's hard when your mother is all the time over you. You know, it's like, Gabriel, yes, mom. Gabriel, let me see your notebooks, please. All right, okay, mom, any problem? No, no, I'm just a responsible mother. And I wanna just look your notebook just to see if you've got homework, you know? Just if maybe got that idea about to go to the mall with your friends this afternoon. I don't have any problem with that, Gabriel, but I need to see your notebooks first, okay? Just to make sure that you don't have homework. Oh my gosh. Sometimes your mother don't pay attention because it's not because she doesn't want to do it. It's because many parents, I mean mothers and fathers, are all the time working full time and they don't have time to keep an eye on you. That is why, guys, it's very important to understand that to be responsible is exactly that. It's when you do things and not necessarily you gotta have people pushing you to do them. It's just because it's your business. You accept it, you do it, and you are responsible. Okay, this part is very important. Okay, hey, a school is not gonna do the whole job. A school is not gonna do the whole job. Okay, your teacher is not gonna do the whole job either. Your mother is not gonna do the job either. Everybody Everybody makes part of the process. Teachers, parents, students. And when I say students, I am talking about you. Okay, so you need to understand that if you're gonna learn English, French, or maybe you're gonna study engineering or acting, or well, I know what you decide to study, but you need to understand that it's your business. Maybe you're lucky enough to have your parents supporting you throughout the process, which is just amazing, you know? All right, but it's your business, okay? Guys, go on. We are talking about school and everything related to school. Lunchtime, lunch. Important. Sometimes students don't have time to go home. Sometimes students gotta be inside the school. They go to the cafeteria and they eat their lunch there. You know what is good? Maybe if you are in your house, your mother is eating you, Federico. Yes, mom, eat all the soup. Hey, but if you are at the cafeteria at school with your friends, you don't have the problem of your mother or father checking you out all the time. No, you are with your friends, talking, laughing, spending a good time. Even if you don't want to eat the soup, you don't eat the soup. Maybe Martinez is there. Say, Martinez, would you like to eat my soup, man? Okay, I'm stuffed. Would you like? You can offer part of your lunch to others. It's impossible when you are at home with your mother at the table looking at you. Totally impossible. All right, good guys. I'm gonna just move it. Lunchtime. What I mentioned, friends, nice, talking. Oh my gosh, I remember those incredible times. Okay, let's think now. Some children have a school dinner. I mean, a school lunch. Okay, it's prepared at school. You know, maybe it's not the most fantastic thing, but it's a lunch. Sometimes it's acceptable. Sometimes they are extremely delicious. All right, maybe you're gonna be lucky enough and you're gonna have an incredible cook who's working at the cafeteria. Okay, and maybe he's gonna make sure that you're gonna enjoy the experience of eating there. Okay, sometimes if you have time, maybe you can go open your backpack and you can take out your lunch because maybe your mother or father or granny, they are so incredible and they are all time thinking of you that they pack your lunch. Yes, in a food container. You know, and they just put it just right there because maybe at any moment of day, you'll be hungry and imagine what? You're gonna open your bag and your lunch will be there. Maybe not so hot, but you can use a microwave at the cafeteria of the school, okay? And you're gonna eat your lunch, okay, hot, and you're gonna enjoy it deliciously. All right, very good, guys. So which one will you choose? The lunch that maybe is sold at the cafeteria, or maybe you prefer the food that your mother packed for you. Guys, please, I need your opinion on the chat. Tell me, you prefer a school lunch, the one that is sold at the cafeteria? Be honest. Or you prefer the lunch that your mother packed, okay, in your bag? Okay, tell me. Okay, Lucelena say no, teacher. Definitely. A school dinner? Lucelena, that means sometimes that, okay, the lunch that our moms prepare are not so delicious. Yes, maybe because, hey, not all mothers are incredible cook. All right, very good. David Peña say, teacher, my mothers. Obviously, maybe because David's mother is sitting down close to him. Oh, don't worry, David. Okay, very good. Juan Jose, teacher, pack lunch. Sandra Milena say, no, teacher, pack lunch. You know what is good about pack lunch? That you're not gonna spend more money. If you eat at the cafeteria of the school every day, don't think, okay, in some schools, the lunch, I'm talking about public schools, public, plan escolar de alimentación. Yes, I know in Colombia, this is corruption and problems because all the money who is supposed to be spent on students because they need to eat healthy. You know what is the problem with the politicians and the money? They are like the mouse and the cheese. You know, you can't put politicians and money together. No good idea, you know? So this is the problem. If you study at university or at a private school like Gimnasio Inglés, obviously, you can go to the cafeteria every day, but you know you gotta pay, and it's gonna be more expensive. You're gonna spend more and more and more money. What is the problem to take out, okay, the container, open it, and smell that delicious lunch prepared by your mother? And you obviously are not gonna spend more money than necessary. Okay, so you're gonna cut down your expenses, and that is gonna help with your finances. You know, that is good. Okay, it's necessary. The protection of your pocket. Okay, very good. Let's go on. Thank you for your opinions on the chat, my guys. Let's move it on. One of the best things, and I would like to read this together with you at school, is making lots of new friends. What is the most incredible things about to go to school? Teacher, to study. Okay. Guys, obviously, to study is one of the important things, but hey, be honest. When you are a child, when we are children, we don't think or we don't relate school with that idea of I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna prepare for the future. Yes, obviously you know that that is something that you do when you go to school, but when you are a child, you all the time are thinking about to play. And if you wanna play, what's necessary? Friends. And where you're gonna find lots of ones? In the school. That is why it's nice, because when you go to school, you meet your friend, and all the time you're spending an incredible time, you know, it's because of people, you know. Very good. You can be a good friend. And what is the idea about to be a good friend? Hey, basically, a good friend is someone who help other people. If you see that, for example, Santiago Narvaez got a problem with algebra, say, Santi, you have any problem with algebra, man, I can explain you. Or, for example, if you see that Isabel maybe doesn't have colors and it's necessary to use some of them, but she forgot hers at home, you're gonna say, hey, Isabel, don't you have colors? I can share mine with you. Okay, that is to help others, you know. So if you want to be a good friend, help your classmate. Be helpful. Okay, try to do that. Okay, another thing is playing together, socialize. If you are at school, hey, could you like to play with me? No, hey, please be nice. And sometimes to be nice is to spend time to your classmates. I mean, by playing, by playing. When you play, you make bonds stronger. The relationships to people are stronger. You build that up. Another thing is sharing. What is sharing? Give other people what you've got. Not because you're gonna give your things for free. No. It's because if you've got, think about people who don't. Many students, I have been a teacher for the last, 15 years or more. And you know what is incredible, guys, that sometime when you are at school, some students got iPhones. It's in public school. I'm not talking about Gimnasio Inglés or San Luis Rey or those schools. No, I'm talking about public schools. And you see students with 3-4 million iPhone or smartphone. And you know what is incredible, guys? That inside the same classroom, you find students who barely have the chance to eat breakfast or to eat lunch. And they are so poor that they don't even got money to take the bus. They have to walk long distances, raining or when it's very hot, just to get to school. And that is just amazing. That is why, guys, this is a good appreciation that I'm gonna share with all of you as a teacher and as a friend. If you have the chance to have things that maybe other people don't forget to do something that is magical and is incredible. And that is to share. If you have colors, and maybe Marcela doesn't have any color, share your color with her, or maybe Emmanuel need a piece of paper to draw, okay, but he doesn't have any, okay, share. You've got like a blog, lots of different paper, okay, share your things. Don't be stingy, don't be selfish, and don't have that attitude, especially when you know that life has been great to you, okay, giving you the chance to have maybe parents or maybe family who maybe support you with all the necessary things, okay? Think about this. Not all the people are in the same situation, okay? That is why you need to be a better human being, a better person, okay? Sharing make you great. Sharing release, okay, our hearts and souls. Okay, teacher needs to inspire, but it's the truth. Okay, very good. You will do lots of fun things at school, okay? School is not boring. School is not only the mathematics class, no. Okay, school is many different things. For example, if you go to school, you read. I remember, Alirio, yes, what happened, teacher? Can you please read me again? Yes. And in front of the class, man, not only standing, I gotta take the book, walk all the classroom, be standing, everybody looking at me like, commit a mistake, commit a mistake. Okay, and you were very nervous trying to read. Okay, so reading is part of that, very good. Another is music. Music, yes. For example, Normal in Armenia. One of the locations is Fundanza. And if you have the chance to study in Fundanza, or maybe your daughter, your son, or any member of your family, any camp, okay, guys, those students dance incredibly well, and they play musical instruments. They act, in different plays. And that is just incredible because that is artistical things, man. And human express art all the time by dancing, drawing, singing. Wow. And that is something that we can learn when we are at school. So school is not so bad. It's an incredible place. Another is writing. Okay. Guys, I don't know what is the problem nowadays. Back long time ago, when I used to be a student, dictations were something that happened every single day at school. Every day. Class, take a piece of paper. Teacher, why? Because we are going to have a dictation. Okay, dictation, so to say, nowadays, is like quizzes. Yes, I remember. And all the time, teacher making correction. Wow, commas, ALIRIO, commas. Okay, teacher. What happened with the period? Period. Okay, teacher. ALIRIO, capital letter. Okay, teacher, capital letter. That was like a disaster. But after many corrections, you finally learn how to write down well. You can see students in school. Mauricio, yes, teacher, please on the board write down caballo. Okay, teacher, caballo. Yes, Mauricio. Write down on the board caballo. Okay, teacher. Oh my gosh. Mauricio, what? Caballo? Yes, teacher, caballo. You say caballo, I wrote it down. This is a disaster. There are many students even about to get graduated. No, at primary school, no. Senior students, they are to get graduated. And you know what? They don't know how to write down well. Guys, why? Because we don't read. You want to have a good handwriting? You know what is handwriting? Oh, yeah. Escritura. Or like in Spanish, people sometimes say caligrafía. How good is your handwriting? Do you have a good handwriting? Okay, when you write down, looks fine and nice. All right, good. If you write down incredibly well, it's because you keep reading. If you read books, you don't only learn information, but you know how information is presented. I mean, how the language works, how words are put together to express ideas. And how can you learn that if you don't read? You're not gonna get it at all. You're not gonna get it at all. You need to read books. Okay, so I'm gonna show you more. Okay, so that is one of the things that we learn being at school. Another is playing games all the time. Yes, that's necessary. Art, drawing, music, dancing, handcrafting. Yeah, because sometimes I remember back in time, lots of handcrafting at school. Me, yes. Nice count. Mathematic numbers. They are so important for our lives. And we don't understand how important numbers sometimes can be. All right. Another is an assembly. What is an assembly? When all the students are together. A student, you are all together here because I need to tell you a very important information. All of you guys fail The mathematical. Okay, guys. Okay, no, teacher, no bad news. Please. Okay, no, okay. Okay, guys, we are just right here together to discuss the final prom party. Oh, this is an interesting issue for discussion. But no mathematics, no exams, no. Let's talk about the party, the prom party. That is interesting. Is teacher is only once in our lives. It's an important moment not to forget for the rest of our lives. But mathematics class teacher, they are every day. Okay, maybe it's a good argument. Maybe. All right, very good. What is another thing that maybe we have at school? Yeah, assembly, that's common because we spread out news this way. You know, another is technology. That's good because sometimes when we are at school, okay, we have the system room or the computer room or the technology room. And hey, we can do lots of experiments and learn about science using different things. Computers, technology, that's very important for education nowadays. If you are considered a good student, nowadays is very important the use of technology and obviously speaking a second language. Obviously, English, maybe. Of course. And another is this one, okay? It's time to do different activities outside at school, you know, with all your classmates. The purpose of this is just to learn, you know, maybe the teachers got these kind of activities and sometimes that is for your body movement. Sometimes this is a way to keep concentration, you know, concentration. Okay, very good. Sometimes say, yeah, it's a physical education class. People don't say physical education because sometimes that is too long. Too long. You know, people simply say, teacher, what class do we have now? Now is PE. Okay, PE is physical education class. Okay, is good. I remember when I was at school, every year, one specific sport was practiced. For example, when I was a sixth grader, was football, soccer. Second grade, high school was volleyball. Only volleyball, all the year. Competition, tournament, everything. You know, I remember third grade, third grader, in high school, I practiced basketball all year long. Next year, swimming. You know, incredible because the physical education class was diverse, varied, different sports. And you know what is incredible about sports? Competitions. They are exciting. I remember that was just incredible. Guys, that's over. All right. So we have some rules in school to help keep everybody safe and help everyone to learn. Okay, the rules of the class. Okay, given by the teacher. You know, next class, guys, because of the time is very short, we are gonna be learning more vocabulary about the school. All right, so be very concentrated because this is exactly, guys, what we are gonna be doing. You know what is coming up then? Something that is gonna be coming up then is all the different parts that we find in the city. For example, if you wanna eat, where you go? Or if you wanna maybe watch a movie, where do you go? Or if you wanna dance because it's Saturday evening, where do you go? Okay, that is something that we are gonna be learning in our next class. That is why I'm gonna tell you, don't miss the next episode because the class will be Very interesting. Guys, for all the attention, everything tonight, I'm gonna tell you no more than thank you guys for all the attention given to me. All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys bye-bye, good evening, spend an incredible night, and please don't forget to study all the vocabulary. Everything. Guys, I'm gonna tell you bye-bye. Love you all. Take care. See ya.
Bye,
Now,
teacher.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
friends.
you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, teacher. Thank you. Bye-bye, teacher. See you soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye, teacher.